Hey there, it's Mrs. Lohoff. Welcome to Module 1, Lesson 4, using grouping symbols. Today you see that trophy on the screen. That means that today is a mastery check. There's a quiz for today, and yes, it's going to be graded. So let's talk about all the things you need to know to be able to do your best on this quiz. Remember, there is that poster that I have made available to you that I encourage you to go back into lesson 1.1, download that image, or you go into the shared thing. It looks like you won't have access, but there's a little link you can click to bypass it and still get a copy of this poster to print off. It really will help you if you've come to my smaller groups, you've watched me use the poster step by step, and it can really help you on the quiz. Before you take the quiz, make sure you understand the material. There are a lot of practice questions in the lesson for you to do before you take the quiz. That's a great time to do a little self-check and see, do I feel comfortable with this? Am I getting these practice problems correct? If not, go back and watch some of those first video lessons of mine, work those problems over, make sure you understand how to use PEMDAS. This quiz is really about using PEMDAS and reading fractions as a division problem. Something I am doing that's very different. If you've been a part of Wisconsin Virtual Academy before, this is going to be very different. I'm only allowing one try on the quiz. And if you've been in Wisconsin Virtual Academy before, you're probably saying, what? Where's my retries? I am testing this out. I'm testing a different way to have you show your learning for math. So, yep, I'm going to try just one attempt. I'm going to do that for modules 1 and 2, and then I'll look at how that's going. And if I need to make changes, I'll make changes then. But I really want to give this a shot. It doesn't mean that you have to worry if you didn't get a good grade. Let's talk about what the grades are. So if you go in and take your quiz, when you're finished, you're going to get a percentage grade. That's what you see here in the all black text. When we assign grades at the end of the year, or when we look at grades and we look at student progress, we aren't looking at percentages. We're converting them over to what's called a standard grade. And those are the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they're often associated with the colors red, yellow, green, and blue. That is often the colors that are used. And what they mean are, if you score below 70% on a quiz, that is the same as a standard grade of 1. It means that you're really not understanding the material. You might be a student with a special education plan that explains why this is really hard for you still. You might need to ask for extra help, things like that. That would be reasons for getting below a 70% or a 1 on a standards-based grade. If you get a 1, you're probably not going to be happy with that score, especially if you're a student who isn't working on a special education goal for math. You might be going, ugh, I can do better than that. And we'll talk about how you can improve the grade. If you score between a 70 and a 79%, you're going to get a standards-based score of 2, and that is okay. It's showing that you are developing understanding of the concept. We are shooting for students in 5th grade to either have a standards-based score of a 2 or a 3. That's our goal. All right, so somewhere between a 70% and an 89% on your quiz. So between 70 and 79% is a 2. You might need a little bit more help, but you're showing that you're starting to understand. A score of 80 to 89% on a quiz is showing that you do understand. You're mostly understanding. You might have a little slip up every now and then, but you're really showing a solid understanding. That is a standards-based score of 3. And if you score 90% or higher, it's showing kind of mastery. Like you really, really got this. You really understand what you're doing. And that equates to a score of 4 for standards based. Now, what do you do if you don't like your grade? You can complete a reworking of your missed questions. So when you take your quiz, if you get problems wrong, you can take that question that you got wrong and you can submit corrections to me. How are you going to do that? There are multiple ways for you to do corrections. You could find a whiteboard online and draw it out, make sure I can read it to show me your work. It's going to be important that you show me your work, not just give me the right answer. In order to get the points on a corrections submission, I need to see you showing your work. You could also do it on a sheet of paper, use your computer or another device to take a picture of that and send me the email of your corrections. Those are just two ways. You can create a video of yourself working it on a whiteboard like I'm creating a video right now. There are so many programs online to do that. So you can get creative on how you want to send me corrections of your missed work. But the most important thing is if you're unhappy with your grade and you want to submit corrections, it needs to show your work. If you get your grade and you're happy with it, you don't need to do anything. All right, that's really all I have for you. So good luck on this very first quiz. And if you have questions, be sure. Whoops, let me go back here. Whoa, now my screen is really going crazy. Here we go. There's my mistake for this video. If you have questions, be sure to reach out to me by email or you can give me a phone call. I'm always here to help and support you as much as I can. Watch for those 1 o'clock drop-in sessions. You can get extra help and support there as well. And that could be a place that you work your corrections with me. Just thinking. All right. See you next time. Until then, bye.